Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. If you are new, and welcome back if you're already a subscriber. I totally fumbled through that, but it is what it is. Today we are going to be setting up my new bullet journal, and I'm so excited about this. So I have been using a MD Midori, or is it MD paper? The MD paper Midori. I'll link it down below. No big deal. It's really beat up. I didn't put a cover on it. I did that on purpose. I was not trying to be super precious with this. It was a notebook that I already had, and I thought, okay, cool. You know, if I'm gonna give it a shot before I get something really nice like an Archer and Olive. This was actually gifted to me by an amazing friend, Miss Taylor Ann, and I am so grateful to her for this. It is the A5, if I can get it unlooped, Slither Neapolitan, and I decided that that's what I needed to use first because I'm used to working in an A5. The other book I have is a B5 and it's humongous. I do look forward to using it, but I'm just gonna stick with A5 for now. I am gonna post a full flip of this guy whenever it's done. It will end at the end of April, which would have been like last week. But the point being that I'll do a full flip once I've kind of like battened down the hatches, you know, tied my bows, buttoned my buttons kind of thing, and just finished a couple things up. But yeah, so I'm still actually technically working in this at the time of filming this video, and it's actually not even close to the end of April, is it? It's like mid-April right now filming this, so meh. I'm just talking about in reference to posting, totally not the point. Okay, so I am using the A5 Slither from Archer and Olive. It's already kind of messy because I've been carting it all over the place, prepping it, and I've done a lot of prep work. I think I'm even kind of prepped in this all the way to June in pencil. Some things are gonna change pretty drastically because I started doing a couple new things. And that's one thing I just want to talk about super fast before we get into the pretty part of the video, where I put all this loveliness together. But that is that if you are thinking about bullet journaling and you're worried or concerned about anything, I think the hardest thing is seeing all the really pretty bullet journals and then trying to kind of start there and then being mad that you're not there, and then it's like the FOMO combined with the my journal doesn't look like that thing. And I would just say hang tight and wait until I post the video of my flip through, and you won't feel bad anymore because there's a lot going on in there. But the whole point of bullet journaling is to find a system that works for you and to enjoy kind of the free-form nature of it. So it does take some evolution of self and evolution of journal, and you kind of have to like pull back a little bit and just kind of realize what serves you and what doesn't. So that's just kind of my miniature rant to throw in here, but I am gonna switch it over to all of the creating, and we're gonna talk through that, but you don't have to watch me do it in real time. You'll get to watch it in the nice, lovely sped up version, and we'll talk through all the layouts and just things I've learned along the way. And I hope it's super educational, and I hope you guys enjoy watching the process. Thanks so much, and we're gonna pop over to that version. Hello, and now we are in the fun part of the video where I am going to set up my new bullet journal. This is going to take me hopefully from May to, May, June, July, August. Yeah, so I'm hoping to get all the way through to August on this. It's getting a little quirky because I think it's super important to understand that when you're starting out with bullet journaling, that there's so much information on spreads and how to do it, and oh my god, it's just nauseating how much there is between Pinterest and Instagram and just blogs galore. There's so much at our disposal if you're starting out bullet journaling, and it's a little bit nerve-wracking, I think, but it's also I feel like you get like panicked a bit because you want to have these like gorgeous, perfect journals and you want to post about them. And I really do love posting. That's not necessarily the problem. It's just I'm still in a definite learning phase with my bullet journal. This was definitely a learning moment, just this cover page. I used watercolors and I guess I put too much water and it bled through to the other side, and I wasn't expecting that because I thought that this paper could actually take watercolor. I thought I had kind of seen, and I've seen folks like Amy Tangerine and things like that use watercolor. I was just, I was prepared to just like saturate the crap out of it. See all that lovely bleed through. I was just so ready to play in it. Like I did my Hobonichi and my Midori, and I was not ready to see all that bleed through. I just didn't expect it. So it was really odd. So I don't know how I'm going to feel about Archer and Olive. I'm going to finish this notebook. Obviously, I've started it now, and I've made a commitment to myself that any notebooks that get started with this project, bullet journaling, to be specific, that I would finish them, because I think it's important to not test yourself, but maybe push yourself a little bit. But it's super important that you play with it and you really see what that paper or that product can do beyond what your vision for it was, because you never know. That this journal may turn out to be a very perfect journal for me in another life, but if I don't use it to the best of my ability and try new things in it. And I've been encouraging that no matter what journal I've ever used, be it Hobonichi, and God knows I made huge mistakes in that. And my Midori, I really did get to learn a lot. But so far, my Midori is definitely on that rebuy list, a little bit higher than Archer and Olive, which I hate because I think that the books are so gorgeous. And I think if it had taken watercolor better, it would have been a better front runner, but I do love the Neapolitan style as well. So we'll just see what happens if I decide that by the end of the book, it's okay that I don't get to watercolor in this as much maybe, or maybe I learn how to watercolor. Anyways, while I was ranting about trying new things and, you know, having faith in your journals, even if you don't think you're going to like them, I went ahead and set up my cover page, which I used the new Bold and Brave stamp set from Amy Tangerine, and you can actually pick that up at Joann's pretty cheap. So if you're having any issues finding it online, or if it's out of stock with like a company in particular, like scrapbook.com or something, you can always pop over to your local shops and try that out. So what's going on screen now is a very glorious unpackaging of a bunch of jelly rollers that I have been hoarding. I'm not even joking. I don't know why I'm hoarding jelly rollers, but I was like in the package completely hoarding them because I wanted to color swatch them on camera, which sounds so dumb now looking back, but I had a blast swatching them all out on this page. I want to swatch them on the white paper. This notebook is Neapolitan, so I want to do it on the craft paper, and I want to do it on the black paper as well before I start designing spreads and layouts and all of that jazz, just so that I can see kind of how the colors perform. That being said, I did do, this is not in this video, but if you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen it, that I've done my May cover page. So I'm kind of in the throes of May planning at this point in time as well. And I was so disappointed with the acrylograph pins. I was so sad about the white. It's honestly like the whitest white paint pen that I think I have. I just thought it was going to go on so much smoother the first time I used it. And then I was so excited when I did my lunar spread today, which is gonna be in the plan with me video. So just as a heads up, my May is going to be a plan with me. So you're going to see the process. I think I'm leaning very heavily towards June being just flips. And the main reason being is that I will be trying to do Mermaid this year, and it's such a time-consuming process to film process versus if I'm like sitting at my desk leisurely watching a movie, or I'm doing it in bits and pieces, or I can take part of it to work if it's spreads that really don't need decoration, and I would really like to decorate more, and sometimes that's always harder on camera, at least until I kind of find a rhythm. So yeah, I tried to go with the same style of header on everything, and it's kind of like this hand letter into the title thing, as you can see. So yeah, I like draw a line, do my hand letter, which I do all in pencil beforehand. If you are a person that really wants to get into hand lettering, don't hate me for saying this, but practice. You're going to practice a lot. I think I started with a December hand lettering challenge, and I just never stopped after that. Like, sometimes I take a break or whatever, but I try to constantly like do a little doodle or something every day. And I definitely have a very bouncy style about it, and that's okay. But I really did like the idea of the hand lettering with the combined like line, so it looked cohesive. Is that the right word? But this is my future log. I did it exactly the same style as I did my last one, which I'll link that video down below in the description as well, or even put like a little iCard. I'm not sure yet. But I did like the style of this, where it was 3 months on each page, and then this little calendar, and then underneath I put all the important dates and things. I did do a lot of sticker vomit in the last one, which was really fun and a great way to get rid of stickers. But I also didn't film that as a process. I did it as a kind of a long and a long style, and then I did a flip. Is that the right way to phrase that? Who knows? But this seemed pretty effective for me the last time I did it, so I wanted to just roll with it. I do want to start incorporating maybe like a monthly, what's it called? Oh, why can't I think of what it's called? It's where you basically do a page, but you put all the numbers of the month down one side, and then you have like one line to write important dates and things. I think I may try to work that into the mix. Something I'm really focusing on this year is learning how to plan efficiently with less planners. So I'm trying to take all the things that I enjoy from planning and creative journaling and merge them all into one place. So I'm kind of trying to take the things from Hobonichi I like, the things from bullet journaling I like, the things from Passion Planner I like, because I keep running into the problem of something's missing, like something's not, like something's wrong with the gears, people. Either with Hobonichi, where I felt like I almost had to commit to it and commit to daily, versus me kind of missing that I don't have weekend documentation anymore, then not having enough space for a list. And I feel like planning is such a journey, and it's so easy to get caught up in the, oh, I love this spread that someone did, let me replicate it. And then angry when it doesn't work for them. And it's, I've always been a huge, fan of preaching about, function over fashion, I guess, and just making sure that your planner works for you. And that's such a huge thing to me. And it's one of my biggest frustrations. And I feel like so many people that I even follow from a social media perspective this year have really come into a place of, I'm going to give it to you like it is, and I'm going to tell you the truth, and I'm going to tell you that there's planner spreads that I don't use, and there's times that I don't want to film a process because it's harder, or not harder, but it's more cumbersome and it takes longer, or, and I feel like we're really just reaching out to our demographic as well, saying, hey, what do you guys want? And let's see if we can reach a happy medium, because being a content creator, while it is amazing and so great, it can get very overwhelming. And I want to do what I love to do. So, and I want to keep giving content. So the best way to do that is to know what you guys are here for, but also to be true to myself and say, honestly, hey, sometimes I'm not going to post a process video because it's kind of cumbersome. But if that's something you guys want, and you guys let me know that that's a preference, then sure, I can try to, work more of those in. Or if some of you guys are team, oh, that's cool, just flip through it and tell me all the great stuff. That's cool too. That's just a really, really long random rant. So maybe let's talk about what's going on in the video. So I use my Micron Pins for everything usually in my journal or in my bullet journals right now. I think that just stemmed from, I thought that's what you were supposed to do. I recently stumbled across a pack of multi-tip pens in my stash that were the Faber-Castell. I think that's how you say it. And I'm going to try those out. I've already started trying those out in May. I really don't love my handwriting in felt tip. It just doesn't come out the way that I would prefer. So I'm also now realizing that this book doesn't take watercolor. It's actually kind of a blessing a bit because I don't have to write in the Micron, or I don't have to wait for it to dry so I can put my Pilot G2 over it. So blessing in disguise, silver lining, I guess. But yes, I did use all Micron pens to set up all the black ink spreads that you see. I don't think I didn't start using my Pilot again until I started planning May. Did I? Oh, I did for the task page. That's on the very end. And that was just because, again, by that point I figured out that the paper wouldn't take watercolor. So I really wasn't trying to protect anything from smearing. So that wasn't a concern. And I could just kind of get on about it and use a pen that I like my handwriting better in. And I use my mild liner in the light gray to color in all of the dates with just like a circle. For anything that was important that I had listed down below, just so I could kind of maybe see month at a glance, like, oh, that's going to be a crazy week or what have you. But I do like the future log. It's not something I look back on too much, to be honest, but I do like having it there for planning purposes. This is where I'm going to put my 2021 budget and start planning for 2022 budget. Oh my God, that's insane to think about. I did not do that on camera. I decided that there it is. I flipped through it for you guys really fast. And I'll flip through it at the end. So the main thing is I decided that I was going to sit in my bed and watch Mulan. The new one. Yeah, I'm way late to that ship. I'm not even going to talk about the movie itself, but I did want to plan those in the bed because they are very time consuming, and considering it's about 4 pages, I really did not think anybody was here for that. This is my credit card tracker. I'm still getting used to it. It's something I like, but it's something that also irritates me. I am salaried, and I don't really have an opportunity for a lot of like random bursts of money outside of the Etsy shop, which I don't know when was the last time, and I know I've had some new people join. I do have an Etsy shop. I will link it down below. I am in the middle, at least at this present time, in the middle of working on a custom. So I'm a little preoccupied with that at the moment, but I do custom orders, and then I already have product that's already made in the shop as well. So if you are into junk journals, you might want to head over there and check that out. But my credit card tracker and I have a love-hate relationship because I can't really do things like the debt snowball thing quite yet. Just because I'm on a pretty fixed budget. So that's kind of crappy, but that's going to change quite a bit this year. There's a lot in flux. Let's just put it that way. Lots of good things, but yeah, hopefully I can pay off some debt this year and start reaching those goals. And then next year when I pay off my car, I can really make some waves in that category. What you see me doing right now is making a gabillion honeycombs. Oh my God. I ended up making 53, which was hilarious because I only needed 52. But it is 52 honeycombs for 52 weeks of the year. And my goal is to save $20 for all 52 weeks. And because I put an extra one in there, I got a bonus that I get to decide if I'm going to use or not. But that would be like a way for me to get rid of some credit card debt, maybe at the end of the year. That might be my Christmas fund to buy presents with. Who knows? But it's there. it is in cash, and I do it specifically in cash for a reason, so that it's more tangible and it's not like, it's not easily accessible to me. I can't transfer it from my phone. I kind of have to like go get it from where I keep it stashed. So I just really, I've always been like that, where I like to keep just little amounts of, not little, but amounts of money outside of a banking system just for my own good. Let me know in the comments below if anybody else does that, other than like little old ladies, because I feel like that's such a little old lady thing to do, is like hide money. Also, let me know if your grandparents did that, because I think it spawns from them. Anyways, so one thing I am going to carry over from the first bullet journal to this one that I did like was my cleaning log. I did not utilize it as much as I had wanted to, and I have bigger plans for it as well. I think I'm going to get some stencils and things to break it down a little bit better on a monthly basis. But the goal is to make sure that my apartment and my boyfriend's house both get cleaned regularly. I do a lot of the cleaning. Let's just put it that way. If not all of the cleaning. And it's a lot because I work and I run the Etsy, and it's a lot. So I needed a tracker 110%. And it's always great too, because if he does happen to do something, I can mark it down as well, and I can just know when it was done. So yeah. There's everything from the upstairs and downstairs at his house to the litter box at my house. So I really try to add everything in that I can think of. And I've also been known to throw Post-its in so that if I want to put something on the next tracker I can. Another thing I am going to talk about, no matter how, there we go, no matter how precise you are with your pencils and how great of a job you do planning, mistakes are going to happen, and that's okay. It's completely fine. I feel like that's such an under talked about thing, and it's just like, oh, all these people make gorgeous bullet journals and they don't ever make mistakes. Oh my gosh, there's so much whiteout. I was so upset when I got to the craft paper, because I kind of realized, oh crap, like if you mess up, you can't just slap on some whiteout. So it is really interesting to challenge yourself in that category as well. I think that if you are looking for a challenge, you should definitely look at getting a Neapolitan book. This is going to be my 2 read and 2 watch lists. I don't know that I did. I decided to do like a cute little dash line down it, but I'm still doing the same hand lettering. Did I go back and put my list on camera? And we're going to see here in a little bit, I guess. I don't think I did. I did fill in the 2 watch, but if there's some 2 reads out there, drop them down below in the comments. I'm looking for good series to read and reread. Unfortunately, I don't even know why I put the little list in here, if I'm being fairly honest, because I am studying for my Series 65 right now, and that is a shit ton, pardon my language, a shit ton of reading. It's obnoxious. It's like I forget, like, oh my God, maybe like a 600-page book or something. And then you still have to do like the online coursework. And it's like reading instruction manuals in another language for toaster ovens or something. It's awful. It's absolutely awful. It's so boring. I made a ton of mistakes on this page too at the bottom. They just didn't line up right. But this is my YouTube tracker. And I don't think I did any of this on, yeah, I know I didn't. I didn't put anything on camera beyond like how I set it up, which is a block for filming, a block for editing, a block for voiceovers, a block for posting, and a block for descriptions. Because if you are new, hi, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in to this very ranty, interesting setup video. But if you are new, you also do not know that I kind of have a nasty habit of not doing my descriptions sometimes. I've gotten way better at it, truthfully. but we still got a ways to go. That being said, I thought it best to create a block for it, for that very reason. The pages I just did were for vacation planning. I am planning a vacation to New Zealand for my 33rd, which is in 2023. And then I am planning a trip to Orlando this fall for the 30th anniversary of Halloween Horror Nights. I have gone since 2014. So I am an OG at it, and I am very excited. It obviously got called off last year, so I'm very pumped to go back. Quickly talking about the other pages were some 2020 goals. Oh, we're going to do the nice slow flips. I gotta hurry this along. I did set up 2 task pages at the very end to migrate all my tasks to. I am... my word of the year is consistency, so you saw me throw that in there. And my goals page, which I did fill in off camera. So you're going to see those are the budget trackers I was talking about. I colored in my 52 weeks of 20. I did my little chart for my credit cards and got that set up. So this is really what you get to see where it's all filled in. So anything I didn't do per se in the setup video. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching the process and that you guys are all enjoying whatever version of planning you're doing. Feel free to leave any questions down below, and I look forward to answering them. And thank you guys again so much. Hello to the newbies, and thank you guys so much for the OGs that have stuck around. I really appreciate you guys, especially in all of the craziness. Thank you so much for all you do. Until next planning video, which is going to be the May setup, happy planning!